hi guys, this is our last day with the amazing team USA. We have done Slovakia, we have done Austria, amazing people from Texas, and today they will tell you in a relaxing video how was the whole experience with ToursOn3 and MartinTheVlogger. So in case you would like to do tour in Europe, private or adventure tour that we have planned, go to the ToursOn3.com and fill up the form. We will get back to you. So guys, tell to the guys something about you. So we have Audra here and Tim. Where are you from?
Texas.
Texas.
The Dallas area.
And do you have spiders at home?
We do. We both have F3s. I have the limited and he has the special series.
The F3S.
And we have here Bobby, the nicer half, and Phil.
I don't know about that.
And you are from?
Tyler, Texas. East Texas.
I have to do that, Bobby.
I know.
So where are you from?
Tyler, Texas, about 2.5 hours from
How do you say it?
How do you say it?
Texas. I didn't add the last half because this is a family-friendly thing.
And what you ride at home?
I ride an F3 Limited.
I do as well, named Darth.
No. How do you know Phil's bikes? Like Christmas trees passing you by?
Yeah.
I tell people I'm in a 12-step program for LED addiction.
Never get more than 12 steps away from
That's
an LED.
it. That's it. That's it. Anything new is going to be on the bike.
So guys, can you tell like how all of this started? We have done something like 9 or 10 days. It was a long journey. I stopped counting after 3 days. Can you tell the experience, like what you have learned, how it was, how you have found me, maybe, and how was the process of me delivering, or what you have been asking, how to do the private tour, anything that you think might interest people?
I think one of the really great things, especially with the private tour, was the ability. Martin really worked with us as far as on our skills, what our skills were, and then adapted the trip from time to time on different roads and things like that. And so that really helped customize it even as we were going on the trip. So, and it was just it was great.
You guys?
Bobby?
That's like I told somebody who's considering coming on a tour next year. I said, this is a master class in spider touring skills. And from packing, what to pack for this, and how to recycle things, to, I mean, the riding skills. Like I told you, Martin, you know, a couple of years ago I had an accident on my spider. It wasn't my fault. But I think unconsciously it was limiting me. And coming here has really opened some of that up. So I feel much more confident, and I'm really grateful for that.
And when you wanted to add something?
Well, I was going to add in, Martin, a couple of things. You know, exactly what everybody has said. But prior to coming, I had some angst about it, because I'm thinking, gosh, you know, I've got a back problems, I've got hip problems. But we adapted, we figured it out. You know, my most comfortable spot was in the seat of the motorcycle. And for anybody that's considering Martin, Martin has a servant attitude. And that's so important to me in business. And Martin brings that to his tours, from, you know, caring for us, making sure he's so polite and looking at us and thinking ahead to what would be great for us. To help him, or to help, how could he help us in what we're doing? And it's just off the chain, and I would highly recommend it to anybody.
No, that's, I can barely say anything. It was not planned, and I haven't bought them anything.
Ice cream last night.
Yeah,
ice cream.
Yeah.
We will do it again. We will be back, and we want you to lead us, because you're family now. We feel like your family. You may not want to be, but we feel like your family.
With this is a big thing to me. With being said, you own bikes at home. 2 questions, because you are different riders because of Bobby's accident. She's more like cautious rider now. Tim tried to get behind me, but downshift, he was gone. Audra, she's a little bit better than Tim. He was holding her, and Phil was taking care of Bobby and all of us at the back.
I'm the sweeper.
Yeah, you're the sweeper guy. So 2 questions here. One, are my bikes like upgraded? Are they okay for you to ride? Are they comparing to your standards at home?
I'll put it this way. There was a couple of times I told Audra to honk her horn. At times, I mean, we've got ours customized and everything at home, and at times I even forgot I was on a rental. We just felt like we were on our bikes that we had back home.
Absolutely.
Because of the horn, because you have the air horn.
I had the air horn on my bike, and he forgot that I wasn't on my bike.
You guys?
I will say also that
Yep.
that there were things that the way you set up the bikes that I actually liked better than mine, and I'm going home with parts to upgrade my bike.
This is how we do the business.
Secret way of selling.
For you guys, I know I cannot compare you with your LED.
Lights are one thing. But when you're in the seat and you are going, for 250 kilometers, you're thinking less about lights and you're thinking more about. I brought my gel seat with me, which I have on my bike, and that. I mean, your bike had the backrest. It had the suspension the way we like it. You set up the brake pedal the way I like it. Good grief! I mean, it was identical to my bike, except for the floorboards. But that's totally different.
Yeah, we might go that direction, and I promise to the guys, because I learned in the business that there are big differences between guests from US and Europe. Bottle holders.
Bottle holders.
Need to have bottle holders. But in terms of the second question was in terms of tempo. Many people do know me as a crazy rider. How was the tempo for you guys? Like,
Tommy?
There were times it was challenging, but that was good because it made me push, and I'm really glad I did, because it could have been real easy. When we're at home, we don't have this kind of riding. We have, straight riding. We're going to a restaurant, maybe an hour and a half away, and it's mostly, smooth roads, straight, an awful lot of it. So we don't have the opportunity to do this. But the challenge of it was what was so wonderful, and it pushed that confidence level.
I love the variety, Martin. I love the variety. You had us on some highways. I looked at, and I think my high speed was 177. Something.
no, that
don't
was
say
a private
I'm
road.
sorry.
That was a
I'm sorry.
private road.
Okay, we'll cut that out. But being able to go through some of these small cities at a pace where we could look around and see other things, see the sights and smell the smells, it was just so wonderful. So the variety.
And I know at times you would pick up the pace for some of the better riders like Audra, and have a really good pace, and then back off, and everyone would get back together on some of the curves and stuff. So that was really good. The differing paces at times.
So can we say that the pace was also good for a little one that wants to enjoy the views, and also for those that would like to chase me?
Absolutely.
You let us ride our ride.
Yeah.
And I'm a looker. I wanted to see everything. I mean, I'm looking up and around and at all the villages and things like that. So I wasn't always up with the three of you, but you didn't have a problem with that, and I appreciate that. I've been on some things that, the leader will get kind of antsy about people who stay back. It's not because we're scared. It's just there was so much to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have to add here that these guys are riding together, so for me it was absolutely very easy to adjust to, because they're skilled. Actually, I was adjusting to them. So one comment at the moment, if you go to the ToursOn3.com, you will see, I even don't know what you will see there because the website is a little bit oldish. I'm too busy. But we have now 3 RTs 20 plus, the brand new bike, C2 Sky Unlimited. We have 2 F3 Limited that Phil and Bobby was riding, and we have 2 F3S Special Series that Audra and Tim was riding. and we have 2 Rikers. So that's our portfolio, what we have. Now, let's move to the experience of Slovakia and Austria. We have finished yesterday one video about your tour, yeah, and you were all amazed about Grossglockner. I know, Grossglockner. But let's start with Slovakia. Like, where you have landed? You have landed. Can you tell like the experience you coming from America, meeting stranger in Eastern Europe?
I will say when I told people we were coming to Slovakia and Austria, most people said, "Where's that?" They knew Austria, but they didn't know Slovakia. And I didn't know Slovakia at all. I had to look at where it is on the map. We just don't talk about Slovakia for whatever reason in the US. But it has been the absolute best surprise of this trip is how wonderful it is, how beautiful it is, how historic it is, how polite the people are and caring the people are. And it was I think the roads there were crazy good, and it was just all phenomenal. It's many times, Martin, on this trip I have thought the best decision, other than just deciding to come and do this, the best decision we made about this trip was having you as our guide and not doing it self-guided. Because with the self-guided, even with you providing the maps and all of that kind of stuff to us, it's still on one of the guys, because you don't want me leading it, to do the work of actually leading it, and how do we navigate all the roads and the signage and all of that stuff that we're not used to. That's work on them, and a stress on them that I don't want on this kind of a vacation. So I'm so thrilled that you were able to come with us. I'm just thrilled that we had you come with us, and we made a new friend, I think. So
Absolutely. And logistically,
I'm sorry, Phil. Just one thing.
Yeah.
Audra used the horn on me yesterday, talking about friendship.
how can I do that to friends?
Logistically, we flew into Vienna. Martin had a car come pick us up and take us over to Bratislava. We homed in a hotel there not far from him, picked up our bikes, and then we've been gone for 9 days now. Well, this is the 9th day. And like Audra just said, I call Slovakia a hidden gem because, you need to be, Martin, on the Chamber of Commerce for the country of Slovakia because, as Audra said, we all think, what? Where's that? But you are helping put it on the map. And, things like what we're doing here are going to help them get more tourism coming in because it's just gorgeous.
And we ride, some of the places we've been in the States, we would talk about, the tail of the dragon. We talk about the Arkansas dragon. We talk about, the Rattler, all these places that have these, magnificent rides. They got nothing on Slovakia.
Yep.
The entire country is a dragon.
Yep.
And if you've ever wanted to test yourself, then you need to come. You need to do this.
That's so nice. Now let's get to Austria. I think our Austrian trip started when we crossed the border. Like we went off the highway. That was the only time I think we took highway. How was Austria? How was the first? My mistake. Audra in her Facebook post, she calls it my mistake of taking wrong turn. MartinTheVlogger never make mistakes. But how was the road?
Secret roads.
Secret roads.
Secret roads were the best.
So secret, Martin didn't even know about it.
So how was that? How was that first day?
The first day, it was fantastic. Like all of them were fantastic. So at this point, kind of looking back, that's why I take such good notes on my trips like this, is because they all start to kind of run together a little bit. But it's just, whether they were happy accident turns or planned or not, there's just nothing that could be changed to be better this trip.
So, and the last thing was, so the roads in Austria are great. We did Eagle's Nest. Well, it's a pure statistics, as I usually say. The weather there was not so fabulous. Actually, they've been able to see this, and I made a Photoshop with the La Monster thing, and they actually saw this.
It's hilarious. You need to put that into this video.
Yeah,
right
I'm doing
here.
it. I'm doing
You're
it.
now looking at the image that he photoshopped. Here it is. It's on this video.
So, so we did Eagle's Nest, we did Hallstatt,
Yeah.
and some of the lakes, which I believe that Hallstatt is nice, right? But I think we saw some better places, more quieter,
More
less
quiet.
touristic. Let's
Yes.
put it that way.
Yeah.
So today, I believe it's our 6th day, and we have done Hallstatt, and we're doing some lake tour, because this area where we stay is full of amazing lakes and mountain views like this, and super, like, we cannot catch it on the camera. It's simply not possible. And the roads, guys, may I ask you one question?
Yes.
This or Hallstatt?
Oh gosh. Yes.
And we finished with almighty Grossglockner, and we will do the Grossglockner challenge next year, in case you guys are interested in the largest meeting of spider rider and rike riders. So what if you can pick? You have to pick. You have to pick one moment. What was it?
Oh gosh, just one.
Just one. Just one. And it doesn't have to be on like the end. It can be road. It can be company of Martin the Vlogger. Just say it.
This right here, sitting with this view, with you, with friends. This is heaven on earth. This is so beautiful.
That's what we kept saying, you know, that the views we were seeing, the beauty that we were seeing. I mean, it's like one of my dreams has always been to go to Salzburg. I want to come back and spend more time there, but just to see things that I've seen in books before, and to see those things, there are no words. And then of course yesterday, you know, was with the mountains and everything.
We know, Grossglockner.
I know.
You guys.
Best moments. Best moments, honestly, were with the people and the belly laughs. So honking the horn at you is going to be a top one. It is. But the other cool thing about this trip that I didn't quite expect, just because I tend to adopt a I'm with you fellas kind of attitude on trips, but it was a great amount ratio or balance of riding with seeing parts of the areas. You know, we did Eagle's Nest, we did Grossglockner for the ride, and we did lots of other roads for the rides, but we also saw a couple of castles. We also saw parts of Bratislava. We saw other things, did the boat trip that actually dipped our toes into Poland, I think, a little bit, and went into Germany just a little bit.
We have been definitely in Germany because Eagle's Nest.
Yeah.
We have been in Poland because the river is...
The river, yeah. So, I mean, I think that was a nice, unexpected thing. And it was unexpected for me just because I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to what are we doing day to day, because I just knew it was going to be great and I didn't worry about it. So that's been a cool part.
I think for me...
Thank you very much, Tim. That was it.
And as disclosure, I'm not being paid for this, but I would have to say probably having Martin with us, because it took a lot of a load off, as far as allowed us to really enjoy more and not worry about destinations and not worry about routes and roads, and so that really was, for me, was phenomenal, because we could just enjoy Slovakia and Austria.
Yep.
Guys, thank you very much. I have to do one thing. Can you please, because I'll get there. Audra, can you please say in which city we have started in Slovakia?
Bratislava.
Gee, but you haven't said it like that before.
She knew what you were looking for.
They're always correcting me, like, yeah, you need to pronounce this like
We went
that.
to Australia too.
Did you see the kangaroo?
Did you see a kangaroo?
Alright, I think this is it, guys, from today's video. It was my big pleasure to be able to spend time with these amazing friends. And in case, guys, you would like to ride Europe on 3 wheels, ToursOn3.com. And remember, you know how I say it? Remember?
Always have fun.
There you go.
Oh, always have fun.